Bros play. Brawl. Bells. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show that takes all the life out of me. We just spent 45 minutes troubleshooting.
You know what? That's what you gotta do, man. If you want to produce something.
Yeah.
Doesn't take 45 minutes to troubleshoot that.
It has taken a lot out of me to well, okay. Fuck. I spent, like, what has it been, 2 weeks since we did the show?
Yeah, 2 weeks, maybe 3.
And, the whole time I had all these things to say, and now I realize the fundamental issue with me being the one that plays is that I can't fully discuss what I want to discuss, which is why I'm so glad we have the podcast.
Yeah, the 1 hour of free airtime is really nice, because it's great talking and gaming, but you still have to try and keep an eye on the game.
Yeah, and there's a lot of important stuff I want to talk about that I feel is overshadowed by gameplay. But anyway, there's a few things I didn't mention last time. One is that this is actually the, I guess, redubbed, the what was that Midnight Club remix?
Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition Remix.
Dub Edition, yeah. So this is the Dub Edition remix of Dark Souls 2. So I don't know if the original was in 30 frames per second, but this one is in glorious 60. It is buttery smooth. It's kind of hard for you to tell because you're watching it through a webcam, but
yeah, it looks pretty awful. But I could see the idea.
It is absolutely brilliant. I'm not gonna try that again because that's how I died last session.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
All right. Yes, it's fucking brilliant. It's probably one of the best optimized PC games I've ever played. I actually read the reviews on Steam before buying it, and one of the top reviews was optimized at a 10.
That's a pretty good review, especially nowadays.
It is. I have Witcher 3, and Witcher 3 is I came out in the same year, and Witcher just constantly it's not CPU optimized. That's the problem. Woo.
Yeah, I remember. So who is this bastard here?
He's just a shield dude. I don't know if I discussed that I can do a critical.
Oh!
Yeah. If I hit him from behind, I do a critical.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating critical.
Oh, and at the end of the last session, I said, oh no, I'm looking at the audio readout of my microphone, and it looks like shit. Well, it was.
It sounded about the same.
Yeah, I went and listened to it, and it's like pretty much everything I say is just like. But I'm gonna go do that. I don't want to waste my souls here. Just at the beginning, it could be a little frustrating if you don't level yourself up. But something else I had to say. Something.
So wait, what is our quest right now? Or at least what is the main objective right now?
That's the beautiful thing about this game. You talk to this lady, and she's like, "Seek souls, bearer of the curse. Go towards the king and talk to him about things." Whoa. Hey, I'm gonna beef my endurance right up. Sounds good. All right. There's no quest objective marker. There's nothing. It never tells you where to go. If I wanted to, I could go this way and go down the hall here all the way over to a really, really difficult part, which is actually what I did in my first playthrough. This is an extremely it's a very frustrating game, even if you know what you're doing. It's even more frustrating if you don't know what you're doing.
So you should make a character with the intention of that character being pretty bad.
Yeah, your first is probably
just being trial and error.
Yeah, I would say your first is probably not going to be your best. It's totally possible. And there's also a lot of things that can go differently based on whether or not you choose to kill things or not. This is just a door. I don't know if there's a full level in here. I'm actually going to just leave because I don't think I'm the proper level here yet. This is just the last session. I got a key from that dude who was in the cavern with the whoa. Almost lost all my health there. He gave me a key in that cavern with the big old rock. Remember that dude?
I think I remember that.
Yeah, and that just opens a door to the house in the starting area. Oh, look at that! I got a flask shard, which is an upgrade to my my what's it?
How many shards do you need?
Just one gives you another charge.
Oh,
yeah,
that's actually really sweet.
And the reason I jumped away from that is that there are trick, what are they called? Trick chests all over the fucking place. It's one of the most frustrating fucking things. You get all the way to the end and you open it and it just explodes. Or like.
So you just always jump away?
I just jump away from them naturally now. Like one time, oh boy. I don't know who these people are fighting. I don't think we discussed this, but these pool of bloods, you touch them and you watch another player die in this position.
Oh.
So that little ghost is him, and he's running around and.
Oh, that's so cool. So what is that? Like the point, 5 seconds before their death or something?
Pretty much, yeah. Sometimes it'll do something like this, where a bunch of people die in one spot, and you'll see just like.
All of them. Yeah, they definitely weren't fighting at the same time.
No. What's really cool about this game is that you can summon people in, but you can also, at the exact same time, someone can invade you while you're summoning someone in. And then you can summon another person in, or like, I don't know if how infinite it is. Like, I don't know if
Your
it
game
just keeps
just turns
going.
to a war zone.
Yeah, but I've seen PvP stuff on YouTube of pretty extensive fights, like 4 or 5 people fights.
Wow.
But what's interesting
really
is that
intense. It's
it's all about the host. So wait, this is the wrong fight. This is the wrong bonfire. If you summon in 2 helpers and then somebody invades, they don't fight your helpers. They can't. So they can only fight you. So your helpers just kind of stand there and they can fight the enemies but not the invading players.
Oh.
So I've seen some like Dark Souls top kills, and there's just a dude who just charges past everybody and just murders the one guy that's hosting and then takes off.
That's actually hilarious. They can't do anything about it.
No. Aww. I also... Oh, there's, these are fun. Gestures. And you can get new ones. And this is what's fun about inviting people to your game, and you can go like, hello!
Yeah, your character looks kind of strange doing all these things, though. Because first of all, you're deteriorating, and you also still... Whoa.
The original...
Okay, now you don't look like a good guy anymore.
The original armor you get at the start, you can put on... Like, you still have it in your bag. So you can go and put everything on from that you had in the beginning.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Except I don't really want that, but...
Oh, do menus not pause in this game?
No, not at all. I can run around right now while I do this.
Whoa.
And I've actually seen people do pro plays where they... No, I'm going to take this gross hat off, sorry. Ooh. Oh, yeah. That's the look.
Oh, yeah.
That is the look right there. No, I'm gonna actually take all of this stuff off because it brings me down to 31% carry capacity, which makes me just super duper fast. And fuck, what were we just talking about? We just had something. I had something. What was it?
What were we talking?
Anyway, here's this very strange thing about this game. First of all, this guy.
Whoa.
I mean, look at this guy. But
I mean, he does kind of look like Bowser with a club.
Yes, actually very much like Bowser. You can get his armor, like big old shield thing. But what's really weird about this part is that enemies will make these barrels explode, but running through them and hitting them yourself will not. It's very weird, and it was the scariest fucking thing the first time it happened. I'm gonna try to get him to do it. There it is.
What? That kill him?
Yeah, but not me.
That's so strange.
Yeah. I'm going. So yeah, I think I've discussed this before.
Oh,
but for anybody who, oh nice, that guy died too. who's just joining us, I've played this before, so there's a few things I'm gonna discuss, and we're not gonna get the full experience of the Dark Souls game, because part of this game is how difficult it is not knowing what's going on. But because you're always wondering, should I go back and use my souls, or is there gonna be a fireplace just right over the bend or something? Not a fireplace, a bonfire.
But you already know where those things are, so you can make that decision.
Pretty much. I mean, I haven't beat the game completely. Sorry if that made anybody dizzy. I was expecting him to fucking do something. Come on, man.
Yeah, I thought he would attack.
Here, I'll guard break him, and then smash his face. Right, up here.
Why does he have a spear if he's going to attack with his shield?
I don't know. Did he attack with a shield?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
He just did the Spartan slam down.
But he will do a spear thing for sure. But anyway, up here, there's a boss that will show up later, which I'm not going to be able to defeat him here, but I'm just going to go over here first. But he'll show up here once.
What do you mean?
Like, there it is. Alright. I just had to open this wall over here. Recognize this? See, it's the dark dank hole.
Oh, Jesus, we've come full circle.
And this game will constantly throw this stuff at you. That's what I was watching the first episode, and I did a terrible job explaining it. Because I was trying to compare it to God of War, where you spend a lot of time in one spot, but you end up, like, you go through an area, you come back out in the same place you were before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still not explaining it well. It's not. I shouldn't be using a God of War reference, but
well, because God of War was a little too linearized.
Very linear, yes. But
well, it's in a way, isn't it kind of like shit? What, didn't they do that in Path of the Exile? When you got to the end of a cave, you would just exit, and it would be
something like that. But really, what I meant was, I went through all of that stuff and came back up here and opened up a shortcut to this area again, and that's really common in this game.
So then now you can just get there.
Yep. Now I just walk over here. Yo, what's up? These guys are fun because if you end up behind them, they'll do a backstop.
Really?
Yeah, they're pretty cool. These guys, I found the best way to fight them is to get them to do this, then hit them once, and then back up. Oh wow, I did a lot of damage. Wow, I must have been just terrible on my first run through, because that was hard. Those guys were really difficult for me.
Yeah, if this is if you're now going into your second, you're much, much better usually.
All right, next time on Press Play, The Pursuer.
The Pursuer.